our fans, went to our inbox big time to ask about probably the fan favorite this year, the guy who's probably been the most consistently playing this year of all the guys we've had. So Mark Stein prompted a slew of our subscribers and followers to reach out to us on X, wanting to get our takes on the report that the Sixers are getting multiple trade offers for Guerschon Yabusele. Playoff-bound teams are reportedly really interested in him. The Sixers, I am told, love Guerschon Yabusele. League sources say that Philadelphia has already received multiple trade offers from playoff-bound teams for Yabusele. The belief is that the Sixers want to gauge results over the next week plus before firming up their trade deadline approach. I know we're going to hear about a lot more rumors surrounding trades with the team over the next few weeks, but most of the fans who reached out do not want us to deal Yabu at all. They feel he's the fourth best player on the team. But if you guys woke up tomorrow and saw that Yabusele was a dealt, how would you guys feel?
I would be disappointed because I think he's shown, but I think I wouldn't be surprised. The nature of this business, like guys get moved, especially guys that are playing well on very likable contracts. Mm-hmm. So I think it would be a move that wouldn't, like I said, wouldn't surprise me because of the situation, the way he's played, and the way his contract is to happen. I think ultimately it'll come down to, if you move him, what do you get in return? That's what it'll be about. Whether you get something in return that's could be more beneficial, either immediately or in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, on the surface for the player part of it, I just wouldn't feel good about it, just because he's exactly what we've said we've wanted and needed at the 4 position. He's outplaying his contract, averaging 10-5 on the year for 40% three-point shooting. Last 12 games, 12, 6, and 3, and 40% three-point shooting. The only way I would be okay with it would be if I knew and it was confirmed that we couldn't re-sign him in the offseason. But it seems like there's a mutual interest. I mean, he's going to Eagles games, having a good time on the floor. He seems to be getting along on the team. He doesn't look miserable out there. All good signs. The other thing too with the whole thing, just in general, I get the whole we're not doing anything this year, sell, but this team is locked in. I mean, between Maxey, Embiid, and George, you have 150 million. So, and they're basically none of them are tradable except for Maxey, and he's our youngest piece, so he's not going anywhere. So we're pretty much locked in. So I get that we might sell a partial sell for this season. It's not like we're getting rid of it's not a fire sale though, right? Because we're still built to win now, whether maybe not this year for whatever reason because of injuries and bad luck, but we're going to have the same team next year. We don't have a lot of wiggle room. We have 3 guys that equal 160 million. So I don't get getting rid of guys on favorable deals that we might be able to sign on the cheap. That doesn't make sense for me because what are we doing? Now, if you were to tell me the whole Jimmy Butler thing, and then we let Jimmy Butler walk or something, or try to trade him in a year or in the offseason, I don't know. That'd be different because we're trying to shed future money. But what's the point of shedding money for this season other than to save luxury dollars? I don't get it.
Would the Yabusele trade, would that, if we do that, and let's say our record's right about the same as it is right now, would that signal a white flag to you guys? Waving the white flag on the season if we trade Yabusele, because he's been one of our, like Teja mentioned, stats. He's been one of the most consistent guys on our team, been one of the bright spots. Obviously, the fans love him, hence why they're asking questions about him for us. Would that signal a white flag on the season for you?
It depends on what you get back. I think if you're trying to move him, you're just getting graphics and stuff like that, then I think you're. If you're not trying to make the team better immediately, then yes, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree. If he's packaged together with a bunch of guys for another player that we're trying to get in before we go into the luxury next year, and hard capped, next year, then that makes sense to me. If he's just given away for a future pick, that's a white flag move for sure.
Yeah.
There you have it, fans. We we have to wait and see if we do what we get for Yabusele if we do trade him. But I hope we don't.